Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Top Podcast, episode 40. The last WrestleMania that was, I'd argue, is pretty peak. After that, it's just
I,
kind of
I
been a
mean,
downward spiral.
um, also, Jeremy, you didn't do it like we agreed upon. You were supposed to say that in Spanish.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I can't do
No,
that.
Ooh, I want a
come
refund.
on.
All right. Hey, episode. I'm not gonna. I can't roll my R, so I'll try. Cuarenta. I apologize for anybody who speaks Spanish. I can't roll my R's, so
Oh, that's fine.
sorry. But episode 40, we're back. Kevin's back finally after a little bit of a hiatus.
Dosa.
Dosta! Hell yeah. And Trevor back like always.
Like always, excuse my appearance. I am, if those are watching, because hand looked a little bit more beautiful than I did today. So we're gonna go with that.
Okay, that's one way to put it. But
Absolutely.
episode 40, kind of a little bit of a lighter week, at least for around for us, kind of on the lighter side, but still got things to discuss. But first things first, for anybody who hasn't seen the Nintendo Direct, we'll talk about that. I kind of came to a conclusion when it comes to having a console and PC for gaming. Rumors of the Steam machine. And of course, as soon as it happened, like literally right before, like I even like started recording, like literally happened this morning. They did announce a state of play that's going to be this Thursday, so we'll probably have a little bit of fun on that one. But with that being said, the first thing I got to ask everyone since the last podcast, what has everyone been doing?
Trev.
Well, I've been just auditioning, mainly. I believe I went to callback for a show in Burbank, and I don't feel bad talking about it because mainly because it's like you don't want to like talk about it unless you know you're going to be cast in it because you don't want to give off the impression that I'm cast.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know the people who are running it, and they're lovely people, and they're kind of hot on the scene right now in terms of the theater scene in LA and in Burbank. So, and mainly because they pay their actors,
Oh, nice.
which is which is huge, which is honestly huge because mainly anybody who's getting a budding an up and starting like company like that usually goes nonprofit first so that they can get their notoriety, get their fan base together. They out the gate were I think because they made enough connections to have good faith on having their first endeavors turn a profit as opposed to be a loss, because I think they hedged their bets very well with their connections and also did hard work in other companies and built those connections with hard work and determination. That they both came back together and was like, okay, now we're going to quit and we're going to spin off and do our own LLC, and we'll get our own place. We'll be our own owners. We'll be our own producers. We'll be the people in charge. And they apparently they got their money together. Like I don't know how they did it per se, but um, a lot of it came from them doing side gigs and just working. I think they've been friends for years since high school, and I met them on a project before the pandemic. We were doing Polar Express in Fillmore, California, which was fun because that was a whole. I mean, that's a whole other story. I'll get into another time. But we were assigned on the same off day cast, and what that means is we have on days where we were on the actual train and performing and doing our set script for that. But everyone was also required on some of their off nights. They're not actually off nights because we had official off nights, but we also had a rotating cast. So we had like a total of 60 people cast in various roles along the train. And on the quote unquote off nights, it switches out. You're then the people or the elves, quote unquote, at the North Pole, which was in the middle of the damn pomegranate orchards. And even though it was winter, so it got cold and sometimes rained, and it was and we had to deal with bugs because California's winters are never consistent. One day it's cold, the next day it's 78 degrees. So it's like fucking
Yeah, that's like what you guys are
we had
dealing
to
with
deal
right
with
now.
basically. So and these two ladies, women, were on my off night cast. So we were basically trauma bonded. We had to brunt the fucking weather like half our nights. And so I bought them sushi once, as like a thank you because they were keeping my morale up. I was going through it at the time, and they kept my morale up and they were very sweet. And so I bought them sushi, and they freaked out over it because sushi wasn't cheap. But we were earning good money, and I wanted to. So we fostered a good friendship. And the next time I saw them after that project was years later because of the pandemic, and they were already um, an established company. They had already bought their place. They had already established their place in Burbank with like a year's worth of shit. So I went back to go see another friend who got cast in one of their shows, and I ran into them at the front desk, and they recognized me. It was funny. They were like, "Hey, welcome. What's the name underneath the tickets?" And I said, "Alkazian." And they go, "Alkazian. It's an interesting name. I feel like it's familiar." And they looked at me, and they actually go, "Wait a minute. Were you in Polar Express?" And I'm like,
Wow,
"Yeah. Hi,
that's
Lexi." And then they're
awesome.
like, "Oh my god!" So it was
That's
funny. And
awesome.
then and I took it a step further because they recognized me. The show that they were doing required one of the audience members to go up and read something off a page, so they gave me that assignment. And if you're familiar with the movie The Wedding Singer, there's the best man in the movie played by Steve Buscemi, and he does this whole tirade of him going on and on about how he basically ruins the wedding. He's the party pooper in the beginning and sets the tone for the movie and its comedy. So they gave me this little sheet of paper with its monologue on it, and I had just seen the movie like 2 nights prior. So I'm like, perfect. Let me do my best Steve Buscemi impression and have fun tonight. And I did, and I thought I did pretty good. And I was also a little tipsy when I was doing it
Well,
because
that's
they were
lovely.
serving drinks at the bar. Well, yeah, because I was just there to give a good performance and not take attention away from the rest of the cast. And so they got up, and I got up there, and everyone thought I was part of the show. Everyone thought I was a
Wow.
plant. And no, the whole idea was that they picked somebody at random, and they did pick someone at random. I just happened to be pretty confident on stage. So
Just the odds of
it
that
was funny.
landing on you too is crazy.
Well, even the actors were like, "Did you get somebody to like learn it beforehand?" And they're like, "No, that's just a friend of ours." So,
That's crazy.
so I bring this up because they were running auditions the second time around. I had just got back from tour, so I decided I was gonna do an audition for them. I was gonna follow up on my promise because they were asking if I could audition for their season at the time, but I was about to go on Saw the Musical. I was about to go on tour.
Mm.
So so they were like, okay, well, that's unfortunate, but please come out next time you hear about auditions. And then lo and behold, it just timed up right. I got a call back from one of their shows because they basically um they audition their whole season, so it's multiple shows that you're auditioning for, and they put the ball in our court as the auditioners, saying like, hey, we know that there's going to be different shows in the season, so pick your cut, whatever song you audition with, make sure it's in the style of the show that you want to be considered for and in the role that you want to be considered for, because there's parallels in other musicals of like, narrative and story arcs. So like you'll have certain vocal parts written similarly to the role that you're auditioning for, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I found my niche. I found some good stuff. I think I sang a song from Heather's the Musical, and and another one from Dogfight the musical, which is both contemporary but different time periods and shows range of character as well as range of vocals, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, now I'm going off on a tangent. I'll explain that another time if you ever want to know about the audition process. But needless to say, I went in there confident, and every time I've seen them, it's just been nothing but smiles. So I landed a call back, and I went this past Friday, about a couple days ago, and it went well. I mean, I wasn't word perfect, and I had to like refer to the script a couple of times, and there was a couple of moments I felt a little listless, but that's me personally. That's what I felt as the performer personally. From what it was lovely. I made them laugh a couple of times, and was able to elicit a positive reaction out of all of them. So either way, I can say that I had a fun time, even if they don't go with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the hope is that I do land it because it is paid work with people who I know, and so I'll have a bit of extra security in that regard. So yes, it shall. That's what I've been up to mainly, and then what I've been playing. Uh, Mainly Fortnite, of course. Been playing 2XKO with you guys. I just re-downloaded GTA 5. That's been a development, and
I saw because like you sent us a clip of you
yeah.
literally tossing a C4 at a car, and the car just flew straight at you after you blew it up.
Funny.
I had to. I was like, all right, for shit like that, I gotta send the funny shit. I have to. Yeah, and so that was, and I got Josh to download it, and so I've been trying to find activities for us to do, know enough about the online presence so that we can, host and be like, hey, just pop on for a little bit. We'll do a couple races, pull a couple heists, and we'll blow up some kid who's trying to learn the game for the first time.
There's also it's funny because you're mentioning GTA 5 because like that's how obviously it's kind of like the catalyst of like everything happening for just in general like what's happened for me. Um, there's a mode that's basically like like Dead by Daylight essentially. They have like their own version of that, and that one's fun.
I like that. We can do that.
Yeah. So that's an
Oh,
idea.
that's an idea. Besides that, Uno. I don't know. I've just been liking playing Uno. I've just been missing it. A little bit of Rivals with you guys and Tall, and then I literally just downloaded Control. It looks interesting. I want to play it.
Well, hopefully you can stick with the story because the only thing about Remedy like entertainment in general, their storytelling is it's a bit out there to say the least. Like, and that's saying a lot because I mean I played like Alan Wake 1 and 2, and that story is kind of all over the place as well. But it's definitely one of those. It really rewards you if you stick through like the entire game. So I haven't played Control yet, and I've been kind of meaning to. So some point down the line, I will have to play it at some point.
Yeah, it says you own it.
Yeah, I've had it. It's just I haven't had a chance to really like boot it up though. So
Interesting.
But
is it weird to me that like the PlayStation Plus premium account just feels like you're paying $100 to go through a bargain bin every other time you get bored?
That's, to be quite honest, that's why I only pay for extra. I do not see any value in premium. Like
unless
you have like the Portal.
Maybe, but even then, that's like that's Portal, the only time premium would be worth it if you buy a PlayStation Portal.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, that's the only
thing I would say
about PlayStation.
Yeah, sorry, I feel like we're getting on a tangent.
Bad.
Sorry about that. But needless to say, I'll let you know because again, I have been trying these like games, like some of the ones that have been like critically acclaimed, so to speak, but then fan reviews that are tanking it. I just want to see what they are. I just want to see what they're like, and then I'll delete them.
There you go. If you like, once you beat it, and if you don't, if you're gonna call it quits, and it's like, there you go, just take it off the hard drive, or the
Exactly.
SSD,
So
or whatever.
that's more or less what I've been up to and what I've been playing. So there you go.
There you go. And of course, and Kevin.
Well, I've been catching up on some rest from an injury.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the hospital because fucking my thumb got infected, so
Ugh.
can't play as much. But once I was out, I think I got out the same time that fucking 2KXO like fucking came out. So I was like,
So
all
kind of
right.
like timing of it was just like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, the timing of it was there. So so we were just playing 2KXO. Then some Outlast Trials, a little bit of Fortnite. But other than that, right now I'm just in the recovery process, trying to recover, get my thumb to recover, get everything to 100% so I could go back to work.
Yeah.
In the
I was gonna ask
meantime,
if you were like on leave from work.
yeah, they gave me the 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I haven't been there for a year. It was for a year. I was like on leave. I think it would have been paid leave.
Yeah, that's tough.
But right now, I'm just focusing on trying to get better, focusing on trying to get back into gaming. And I've been catching up on my anime too.
Hell yeah. There you go.
I forgot about
Trust me.
anime. Yeah.
You know, sometimes I forget about it too, but it's like I might, at least for, especially for me. I think like just I haven't watched like as much anime as I used to back then. Like the only one I'm trying to like watch right now is just Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, and that's really it.
I
I
haven't
want
even
to.
started season 3.
Yeah, I want to binge it. That's why I'm not calling. I'm actually watching One Piece.
Oh boy.
Join us, Trevor. Join us.
Here's the thing. Where I left off was shortly after meeting Laboon. Like I'm in season 2. Not season 2, sorry. Volume 2 because season 1 just ended of One Piece. That's what's crazy. That was all of that, all the 15 years of content. Season 1.
God damn.
Oh wait, are you watching the live action?
No. I'm watching the OG. I'm watching the
okay,
OG dub, but I'm watching the OG. Yeah.
Okay, because they did where I think they remastered the original and they like took off like some episodes and some cutscenes, so it's kind of like shorter.
So trying to cut out the filler.
Yeah. Well, not filler, but just just shrink it so it'll be like easier to watch. Because currently, right now, there are like 1,000+ episodes.
God. Still insane.
Yeah, it's
I'm
what.
like I'm about like 50 episodes behind, but other than that, it's like I'm almost caught up with One Piece.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I see you on the mountaintop. Hello up there. Hello.
I see. Yeah, he's on his One Piece fucking mountain, like just standing up there while we're just like at the very fucking bottom.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, it does take dedication, but it's worth it though. That's the thing.
See, that's why I'm getting started again because I promised a friend I would do it, and promise has been invoked, so I must.
So you're just already.
So that's gonna be my. That's gonna be my long-term anime. Yep.
There you go. Yeah. But always fun with that.
Always fun with that.
Yep. Always fun.
And
Well, that and then
But
since I have since I could watch SmackDown on Fridays now, I've been catching up on SmackDown too.
there you go.
SmackDown on Peacock.
No, it's on a. I'm
USA, I
using a
believe.
VPN, so yeah, so I'm watching
Yeah.
it on Netflix,
Uh-huh. I see. That's cool.
and that's how I was watching the Royal Rumble on Saturday too
Yep.
on Netflix.
Yeah, because we are not paying $30 for fucking ESPN.
It's funny because WWE is getting sued because of that too.
That's not surprising. It's also like it's not. It's also like the quality of their shows are just not reflecting on it anymore. It's like it's only gotten worse. I would say like there's like a couple bright spots, but man, it's like it's still not that good. It definitely
No,
wasn't
it's not.
like
Yeah, it's funny because it says like ESPN is not getting sued. It's WWE because apparently the promise was for they'll get to watch. I think when it was during WrestlePalooza, they were so if you had like your cable provider, uh, and you did like ESPN, that ESPN Plus, if you did ESPN Plus through them, you could get it for free. But it was like all this shit, so they're getting sued because of that.
so it's a
But it's
complication basically.
yeah, which again, it's like WWE is getting sued, but not ESPN.
That's crazy.
Even though
That is-
everything's like through the ESPN app.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't. Like I said, it's a good thing I didn't buy fucking ESPN. It's like I can't even justify like buying that at all. Like even as like
No,
someone
right.
who kind of like watches basketball like here and there, I still can't justify that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally like the only way I can watch basketball like at this point is like if it ends up on Prime, and that's it.
Or Peacock.
Yeah, but usually on Peacock, it's always on Sundays, and I'm working all the time.
Mhm.
So just
There you go.
unfortunate timing. I don't know. I'm hoping to find once playoffs like roll around for NBA, maybe they'll have a more definitive like way to watch it by then. But
I
yeah,
think it's on Max too, isn't it?
I don't know if it's on Max anymore, but there's a whole chart that I could probably look it up. Yeah, but
Honestly, that's why we have the internet. We can always look up shit online.
yep, Google's a free resource. That's why that's our that's the mantra right here.
And easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Just like me.
Jesus, man. Pull yourself together.
Well, in my 2 weeks off, I also went to go visit Jeremy, and we did, made some contact for his OnlyFans. Don't forget about that.
You drove all the way out to South
No, I
Dakota.
flew all the way out,
Fucking. Oh.
and I flew back because after we're done, he didn't want me to cuddle.
He said, "Get the fuck off."
Kevin,
I'm sorry.
We're gonna take you off the podcast for the rest of the year.
No. Let him
Remember to
stay.
follow Jeremy on OnlyFans /0 Rocky.
Jeremy, we need him for the diversity vote. No, I'm kidding.
But
Senor,
and-
you'll say you'll pay me.
Insanity. But anyways, moving on from that. And I guess I'll round out that our first question. As far as like what I've played, I've actually kind of been exploring the Steam library more ever since I kind of like dropped a lot on Steam. And I was like, all right, what can I play? And I was like, let me look at the demos. And what do I find? Dead as Disco. And sum it up, it's a rhythm-based like action adventure game. At least it's looking to be that. And it plays like Arkham, basically, with music. You might have seen it like probably like on random like clips of like on probably like TikTok shorts or
Oh yeah,
IG,
people like
anything
saying,
like that.
"Dude, you can beat people to the beat on this."
Yes,
game."
that. it's a lot of fun. Like just from when I played, I was like, oh yeah, I fuck with this. Just when's the full release? I have no clue because it's been in development for so long. But I can only guess because it's a very small team that's working on it. But
Mm-hmm.
it is free to download the demo, and then you could even like port whatever music that you have on your computer, and you could play the game with said music. So I don't know how that's gonna look with Josh's music, but see.
Right.
And then other stuff, yeah, like what Kevin mentioned, Outlast Trials. We did play that for a little bit, and I actually did boot up Ace Combat 7 just to get a feel for it. And yeah, that game that's my Star Fox dreams that are gone right now. Nintendo, bring back Star
Is it
Fox.
good though?
It's good. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I definitely could see where the multiplayer aspect would really kick in for that.
I mean, it's free, so we can download it.
It's free on PlayStation Plus for anybody who has PlayStation Plus right now. It's part of this month's games.
Wait, what game?
Go.
Ace Combat 7.
Uh,
And then I guess if anybody's gonna go hard with the flight sim, you can do that too.
oh, they also have it for VR too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. From what I played, it's pretty cool. I'm probably definitely gonna try to play it more as much as I can, at least the campaign.
Do the Top Gun shit.
You know what's
They
funny?
have a DLC for Top Gun.
Yep, they have a Top Gun Maverick DLC, and
Yeah.
it made. I don't know if Gavin bought it, but I know he watched it because of Ace Combat 7.
I honestly do want to watch the first Top Gun plus the
Maverick.
Maverick.
Yep. But I can see It's crazy to think too, because like I think that's a Japanese made game too, and you would think that's like an American made one. And I was like,
No, Americans can't make good games like that shit.
I mean, you're not far off either.
Damn. I'm just kidding.
Yep. But
Recently.
other stuff I played, I did play a little bit more 2XKO. I literally was just trying to grind out for the Caitlyn recruitment event, and I do have her, and she feels really weird to play. Like I don't know what...
there's a recruitment event for Caitlyn?
Yeah, it was like for the first 3 weeks. I don't know if I think it's done now by the time I upload this. Like you have to play like public you have to basically play like casual lobbies and then just do challenges in there.
Well, fuck me.
I don't know. Well, now it's if you just grind out the game, 10,000 credits. Or you just fork over your wallet to Riot.
I am broke at the moment. So grinding, here we come.
There you go. But I'm guessing that's what they're gonna do with like all their whenever new champions show up on 2XKO, they're probably gonna do recruitment events, and it's supposed to last like 3 weeks during their launch. Yeah, but from what I played of Caitlyn, I don't know how to feel about that character. It's whatever. I'm still gonna stick with Warwick Alawi. Learned a lot of tech with them, that's for sure.
Because they're big, beefy men or women.
What?
A big beefy woman and a giant fucking werewolf.
So you're saying you're into furries?
No,
Got it.
I'm not.
And
like
big
you.
beefy women. And
Yes.
big beefy women. Yeah.
So you want a big, beefy, furry woman? All
No.
right, got you.
No.
I don't want to get you for your birthday.
No.
Hey, I wonder if Jordan Grace would do that.
You know she's married, right?
She had OnlyFans. But that's true. Very women do have OnlyFans too.
But anyways, aside from all that BS, I wish Gavin was here on this one, but we did try out the Pragmata demo, and yeah, I can't believe this game is
I will
fucking
say,
real.
he shared his screen, so I saw the demo.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of what are those other action adventures with a companion? It reminded me a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order.
Wow.
Oh, I was gonna say Jack and Dexter. When you say like,
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I feel like but in space with an AI, fucking
Little
uncanny
android.
valley. And look, I joke around about Detroit Become Human because of how intense that story is and how AI in the world is progressing. So I joke about it, but honestly, it looks really good. It looks like it's solid gameplay with solid, but with stuff I mean by ideas and concepts. I like proper direction. Will I be playing it? Hell no. It seems too scary for my britches. But that's just me. Jeremy, what are your impressions on it?
I mean, honestly, it's the fact that this is Capcom's first new IP in God knows how long. And
since
this is
Sonic, probably.
Capcom does not make Sonic. That's Sega.
Oh shit, my bad.
But Capcom, I mean, this is a new IP for them, and in many years, and I'm already impressed. Just based on the demo alone, I think Gavin said it best too. It's a flow state game. It's once you get the hang of it, it's oh, shit starts clicking left and right, and I like that. And on top of it too, I mean, the game already looking amazing and just having a fun gameplay loop. The only thing I am very curious about is, and it's just kind of an idea I just sort of thought out, is if that game has a co-op mode where one of you plays Hugh and the other plays Diana, that would be a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do a mercenaries mode with co-op, where it's two Hughs and you have an individual Diana, and then you're fighting all the machines together, getting high score, shit like that. It's just an idea. What was that, Trev?
You have to pass her back and forth between each other.
More of having their own. Each one of the players have their own Diana.
Gotcha. Okay.
That would probably be a cool idea. And that game's coming out on April 24th. Probably gonna pick that one up. That one, once I played that demo, I was I think this is day one. This might be a day one for me.
I have to, because I remember we had some day one games, but we didn't
act upon
one.
Yeah, I think that's something I learned just in general, with games now. It's maybe just pick actual day ones, and then others are maybe keep an eye on it. Because at least right now, for me, it's at least this month is Resident Evil Requiem. That's just, I'm kind of going through a little bit of a Leon playthrough right now. I actually booted up Resident Evil 4 on my PC just to see how it is and if I could record footage without any issues. And sure enough, it does work. I just got my ass kicked 20 times.
Right. It was the actual game.
Why don't you just use controller? That's my question too.
I did use controller. It's just I had to adjust to how RE4 remake just controls in general. And because of so I mean, I literally just got my ass kicked into fucking Village, but I was playing on hardcore difficulty. So I was maybe I should just play this on standard just so I can kind of just blitz through it.
That's so funny.
But still a good game nonetheless. I've definitely thought, I was telling myself I probably should just go on a little bit of a Leon, just play through all the games he's in. I need to figure out how to play Resident Evil 6 because I refuse to play that game single player because it's Xbox 360 dog shit fucking AI companions.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Plus,
isn't 5 and 6 both
Yes, they're both co-op games. I'd probably argue that 6 is generally speaking as a game it is fun, but it's a shitty Resident Evil game though, because it went full Call of Duty basically. And
For 6?
yeah, 6 went full Call of Duty, like in terms of it being like a super ultra action game, and it almost destroyed Capcom itself. Like that's how bad it was.
Yikes.
Yeah. But look at where Capcom is now. They're now pretty much like on the amongst the pinnacle of the gaming landscape.
Yes,
Yeah.
but my eyes are on Sega.
That's valid. That's valid, especially with Yakuza.
Yep. Sorry, I need to shut up about Yakuza 3 and Dark Ties because I'm too excited. I'm sorry.
I think there was a demo that actually came out like not too long ago, Trev. I don't know if I mentioned it
don't
to you.
don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't.
Trevor's like, hey, I'm sorry, Polly, but I'm leaving.
Yeah.
There you go.
No. I mean, yes. Don't do that to me.
He's like, you could treat me some other way, but don't do that to me.
It's literally the Hawkeye fucking line in Avengers, like, don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope. I can get you sooner. I'm sorry. That's her line. Anyways,
Put the lotion in the basket.
Jesus
what the fuck?
Christ.
I'm over here quoting Avengers. He's come out here with Silence of the Lambs. Jesus Christ.
Lovely. You know what's funny? Speaking of fucking movies, like I've actually have been like contemplating watching Iron Lung, the film that Markiplier directed, acted, and pretty much just did everything. Luckily there is a theater that is showing it, so I might watch it sometime this week or next week. I don't know. However long the run is gonna be.
Do it.
Put
Go
the
ahead.
lotion in the basket.
But aside, well, yeah, I think we should probably finally get to the topics, and I guess the first one I kind of have listed really is we did just like watch it. The Nintendo Direct did happen last week, and I think overall, like if I were to just give it a rating because it was just a partner showcase, it wasn't anything first party related. I'd probably give it about B minus, more of a B minus, because there were definitely a few games that got my interest, but then everything else was like whatever to me.
Agree, honestly, because I did see a few games that I liked, but I wasn't like really like, oh, this is the game I'm gonna get day one.
Mm-hmm. Very riveting commentary, Trev.
What are we talking about again?
The Nintendo Direct.
It's alright. I'm kidding. Look, it was interesting. I just don't have much to say about it, because except for one thing, orbitals.
Yes. I think Orbital somehow always like progressively starts to look better the more I see it. It's just
The more they release from it.
The only thing that's the only thing we don't know. We just know that it's the summer and that's it.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah. And I was gonna say too, not Trevor fucking with a mouthful of meat while trying to talk.
Shut up. let me live my life.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But good thing is with Orbitals is that it does support game share, and you could actually play it on the Switch 1, because I was about to say, like, if this game's a Switch 2 exclusive, I actually would be a little concerned. But luckily that's not the case. That it is available on Switch 1 and it's through via game share, so that's always good to see. There was another game that I'm blanking on the name of it. It's like Tales of Elliot, I believe, or Age of Millennium. It's like a 2D. It was like that 2D. It was like a 2D action game that was using like 16-bit pixel art still. I was like, that's actually a really cool idea, especially for a mobile game, or I'd say mobile, like handheld game to play. I'm blanking on the name, but I'm sure if I can probably Google it later and be like, oh yeah, that game. Like that one looked cool. The only other games really that like I really remember, obviously Pragmata Resident Evil Requiem was being shown again for this direct. And the funniest thing I'm seeing, or the funniest discourse I would say for Pragmata, is Hairgate, because obviously the Switch 2 version, Diana's hair does not look as good in comparison to a PS5 or a PC. And I think it's just more I just find that funny. It's like, are we really expecting a console, that looks like this to really have like the power of a fucking like PlayStation 5? Or that? Like, are we really like
That's
come on. Like come
That's
on,
what.
man.
So that's why Orbitals, I think it'll be fine. Pragmata,
Yeah, 50,
maybe not.
You had to there has to be like a way to cut costs on it. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you're just porting a game onto like a in all senses like an inferior machine technically. But the fact that it's running at 60 FPS is more of I'd argue is a lot more impressive just in general.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
Yeah, Pragmata coming to the Nintendo Switch, and then they did have another little snippet for Resident Evil Requiem, and probably the funniest thing, and I mentioned it to you guys on when they showed Requiem, was simply the fact that every time that they were showing like either a kill or a shot, they would purposely miss or cut away from it. And I just found that so funny. I was just like, they really are trying to keep this family friendly, and they're showing Resident Evil.
Yeah. You just said gratuitous. And then they called it a day.
Nintendo heads were like, no, we can't show it. We have children watching this. So you need to...
I don't even think it's the children. I think it's the shareholders. They saw that and they'd be like, what the hell are we putting on Nintendo now? There's Call of Duty on Nintendo.
No, there isn't. At least not on the Switch.
Oh?
Not on the Switch.
They had it for the Wii.
Yeah, they had it on Wii.
It's crazy.
But, I mean, hey, there's rumors, though. Call of Duty might come to the Switch this year. I'm not gonna... No. Someone has to pay me to do a video like that, because I'm not touching Call of Duty with a 10-foot pole.
I would hope it would be Call of Duty that would pay you. You get sponsored.
I'll be a dick and just use that Activision money on something else.
Damn.
I'm okay.
Did you ever sell out?
Would I ever sell out? If the check is good enough, maybe.
Damn.
Check has to be good, bro. Because I got...
Trevor, you know you will sell out too.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't say it on stream. No, I'm kidding.
Or on any, like, platform.
Shut up. It's so funny. All right.
But, yeah, this Nintendo Direct was just okay. I wasn't, like, blown away, but I was like, all right, there's, like, something for everybody. I mean, they did, like, have, like, a couple, little small, like, announcements, too. Like, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I guess, it's getting an expansion. Tales of Rise also got an expansion. Oh! I probably should mention this. There's, like, their fake, like, Dino Crisis game. And the fact that I saw a feature that I'm like, it would make for really funny-ass content. You can have... What is it? You can pair up with like 4 or 5 people, and they take control of certain aspects of the game. Like, one person is controlling it, one person is moving the camera, one is doing traps, shit like that. I'm like,
scared.
This sounds like a fucking chaotic mess of a game that would be hilarious content.
Probably. Actually, most likely.
The fact that we're getting...
It sounds like It sounds insane. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
It's a cool idea. I will give it that, especially for a co-op experience. But yeah, it's also kind of sad too because now we have like 2 fucking Dino Crisis clones that did come out, or like about to come out for one, and then Code Violet that are such hot ass, like literally like straight dumps.
Who has a wait? Oh,
Because
are we
there's
still talking about? Sorry,
What?
distracted.
It's a shitty game. Well, let's put it this way: one shitty game that's trying to be like Dino Crisis, and then this game that just sounds like a chaotic mess for a Dino Crisis. And then, oh my god, there's another that I literally just thought of, and I'm blanking on it. Son of a bitch. Damn.
Son of bitch.
There was one oh Turok Origins also got probably, I don't know if this is like its first gameplay like since its actual announcement, and it looked pretty cool. Cool to see the
I didn't know what I was looking at really.
Yeah. I think probably give it a little time. Maybe we'll get more info probably around like Summer Games Fest. We'll probably get like more hands-on perspective for that game. But it is expected to come out, I believe, like sometime this year. I believe like in the summer. But supports up to 3-player co-op, so that was the cool part of it. Yeah, that I don't really got anything else to say about this Nintendo Direct. It was pretty cool, but like I said, there was something for everyone, but I wouldn't say that it was like a great showcase. Give it a B-. That's all I could give it. I would give it a C if I'm extremely critical, but yeah, B-. B- is good. Another thing that did get announced though, and actually like literally as of today, we do have a Sony State of Play that is coming out later this week on Thursday. And from what I could gather, it's going to be mostly a first party State of Play. And I guess my only predictions I could really hope for at the moment is Ghost of Yote gets its Legends reveal, possible shadow drop, or at least just a date for it. I want to see that. Maybe something for Wolverine. Maybe we get a concrete date on its release.
That would be nice.
Yeah. And then other than that, I mean, really just Marvel Tokon is like the only thing I'm wondering, because we haven't heard any info about that game. Like, it's funny because like last week we literally talked about how like we don't know where the hell is Marvel Tokon like in terms of info, because it's been like almost a year since like anything got revealed for that game. So what I'm hoping is that we get like a bunch of characters just shown off at this State of Play. That is my current hope right now.
Or a release date,
I
or
hope so too. That would be nice. That would be a welcome surprise, and it would be lovely.
I was gonna say they're probably gonna say it's gonna be delayed.
You think Marvel Tokon will be delayed?
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be like by a lot. I think it's gonna be like a little bit.
Yeah, I can only hope, because right now, like the way with the window right now for a lot of games, because like especially because it's really stacked with competition in terms of fighting games right now, because we have the launch of 2XKO, we have Invincible Versus, that's coming out in April, and then I mean other than that, I mean the Avatar fighting game whenever that drops, but I don't know. I feel like I'm blanking on another fighting game that's coming out, unless I take a look. Not that I'm seeing. But yeah, in terms of like fighting games, like it's actually a pretty stacked year right now, because those games I mentioned, they're probably gonna dominate most of 2026. And if Tokon, honestly, I would be okay if they delayed it to 2027. The game, just from playing it, it's like, yeah, I kind of got it figured out already. It's really just like a whatever game. And like the problem is that like what Gavin and I mentioned, like, or at least have discussed about that game, it's way too much into the casual sense that it's kind of like I don't see this game looking really that interesting outside of the fact that it's Marvel characters and it's 4v4 and that it caters to more of a casual aspect, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for catering to casuals, but you gotta have like you gotta also kind of keep pros in mind, or like at least a pro scene, because the worst thing you can happen for a fighting game is a boring looking fighting game.
Right.
But hey, I mean, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed, man, that Marvel Tokon gets like a whole like revision and everything. But I'm just wondering who the characters are gonna be, because we still have our same 8 characters that are available. Maybe we'll have something that's lined up with Doomsday or something. Shit, even Wolverine.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Only other thing I would say that I would want, just to throw it into the ether and inhale a ton of copium. Where's Bloodborne 2? Please give it to me. I need it in my veins.
That is extreme copium.
Yes. I'm a
Oh, you guys saying copium? I thought you guys were saying something else.
So like, never mind.
Anyways,
It's funny because I haven't even fucking played Bloodborne, like the first one.
it's kind of rough it's kind of rough to play it now, just because of the fact that it's 30 FPS. Like, quite honestly, if you want me to just come back to Bloodborne, like, you don't even need to make like necessarily a direct sequel. Just give me 60 frames and I will be fucking happy from there. That's all I want. I just want a 60 frames Bloodborne.
It's fair.
Sad.
Want remasters of Nintendo and cartoon property games from the PS2 era, but that's never gonna fucking happen, is it? All right.
Dude, I want to remaster a fucking like Jack and Dexter, like all 3 games, and
that will
and
most
X.
like, yeah. Oh, wait, what was that second thing?
Jack X, which is the racing one.
See, those are probably gonna happen sooner than my thing. I'll be quite honest.
What were you thinking, Trev?
I was, like I said, all of the Cartoon Network and Nintendo tie-in games. So not just SpongeBob, not just Castle. You know what I mean? Like, I want fucking Fairly Odd Parents, Shadow Showdown. I want Tak and Juju.
Oh, God.
I want fucking Rocket Power. I want fucking Codename Kid Next Door. I want you know what I'm saying here? I want Ben 10. I want all like the early Ben 10 games. Give me my childhood, you motherfuckers. All right. Anyways. But it's never gonna happen.
Because of the licensing.
Well, yeah, that, and also they're cowards, so I don't.
It's like what we said last week, Trev. Print money simulator. You just give them a piece of paper that has all these demands.
Yeah, and then it like glosses over steps 14 through 87, and then just says profit. So yes, I completely get it.
There you go. It works out at the end of the day.
Get on it, game designers.
Get on it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so to kind of keep with like I mean, I don't want to call this like necessarily Debbie Downer, but a little bit of a concern, I would say. So we finally got some info in regards to the Steam machine and just like the other products that they have lined up, which was initially, it was supposed to be like the first quarter of 2026. Now that's looking like it's been essentially delayed to, I believe, like they have it listed, I believe, at like the first half last time I checked. And it's the exact issue that we are very concerned about, which is the RAM shortage, because it's going to, drum roll please,
Oh wait, no, wait. We actually have something. All right. All right. Ding.
AI. There you go.
Or
Sad-
rather,
Yes. Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
of course because of the RAM shortage, like they don't want, because let's put it this way, I don't blame Valve for like essentially like delaying their console just because they don't want to overcharge, and they can't and just making like a very competitive price for something like that is going to be challenging, especially because if like one of the parts you need is more expensive than the thing itself. I mean, that's just
Oof.
yeah, so that's kind of like the concern, but at least we are getting communication from Valve. That's the most important part. As long as they communicate it to us, we are good. But I'm pretty sure we all have agreed. Like, if the Steam machine drops, as long as it's in the right like price range, we'll definitely consider.
I mean, yeah, because that'll be my excuse to play the games off exclusive titles. You know what I mean? Like I can be able to.
You can actually play other games that are not just on PlayStation.
Can't emulate anything on there. I don't think, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a PC, so you probably could emulate it. They didn't list it as like a normal console. They said it is a PC. It's just a mini PC.
Just a mini PC, a mini gaming PC.
There you go. That's what it is.
It sounds good,
I'd-
but it also sounds like it's gonna.
I would wait a little bit longer though, until we get like a little bit more concrete info, because it's
Yeah.
still like the parts for it are okay, but that's kind of like if the performance to price matches up, then it's definitely worth its value. But still keep an eye on it. I'm gonna, if anything, if the Steam machine, let's put it this way, if the Steam machine's price, like if it lands within that, like, I'd argue even like, and I hate to say it, $600 or $700 range, I actually think it would be worth it.
Damn.
That's what I think.
Well,
If it goes any higher than that, I would be really concerned.
it depends on what built features there are for it.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. That's the other thing too, is like, what can you modify on it? Because, like, technically, in terms of value, you could technically go with the 512 gigabyte model, and then you just
Mhm.
install like a 4 terabyte SSD. Done. Like, that's one thing you could do. So that's gonna add value to that version of the console. The only thing I want to know is, can you also modify the RAM on it? Because it is like 8 gigabytes of like RAM, and that's kind of underwhelming, to say the least. To put it in layman's terms, like the average, to my understanding, the average like PC, like, or any game usually is like 16. It's like 16 gigabytes of RAM to like run it smoothly, and I think that's even the same on console. I could be wrong on that. Someone could correct me. But to my understanding, that's usually like 16 gigabytes is like the standard in terms of running games at like a pretty decent performance.
Right.
I believe that.
But time will tell. Time will tell. We're still waiting on that Steam machine info. But the real question is who's buying the VR headset, and it's not going to be me.
Oof. Not on day one, but maybe. Because now even my dad has a Meta Quest 3, and he literally got it only for golf games, and then last night I caught him doing a Harry Potter experience, and so he was literally in like the Great Hall, picking up a wand, firing it at a pixie, and I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know.
I honestly thought you were gonna say I caught my dad doing one of those furry games.
Oh, fucking VR chat.
You know what? See, I told him about VR chat, and he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Honestly, Dad, ignore that. You don't need to be there. It's best if you don't go there.
Yeah, stay off of
Don't
that
go
one.
there."
Stay away from that one.
Dude,
It might turn you off from being in art completely. Oof.
like my shit is like if I ever do the VR chat, I want to do the VR chat with Silver.
Oh God.
God.
Kevin.
Dude's fucking hilarious. That's the shit.
I
mean,
Silver,
I've done.
Silver Dzang, right?
Yeah, like the guy
The
that
Hispanic
he
Knuckles.
uses yeah, the Hispanic Knuckles.
I'm gonna hear just Kevin just like talking in Spanish, and it'd be like, Kevin, what the fuck are you doing? God.
Oh my God, that fucking Hispanic Knuckles is so fucking hilarious, dude.
It's
Dude,
great.
like I'm telling you, that guy is funny as fuck. Especially
yeah.
like if you like get the fucking references, or if you like fucking like understand them like a little bit, it's just fucking hilarious.
Yep.
Josh is usually the one who like shows me those, and he'll like whenever he shows me in person, he'll give the context. So yeah, he's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so good.
Yeah. But only time. Yeah. I'm very curious though. You know what's gonna happen with this Steam machine and just like all those products in general. But I will say though, in regards to this, now I've had this PC for about 2 months now at this point. And I mean, so far, like, what I can definitely say in terms of the experience, and I mean, I guess it could apply to the Steam machine as well, is you're gonna realize how much is in the palm of your hand. And it's like, they're not limited to consoles. Like, because I know Trev mentioned, like, a lot of, like, childhood games. There were games that I saw, and I'm like, I just remember seeing them back then, and it's like, I can't believe they're on Steam. Dude, fucking Cars is on Steam.
Okay, then maybe the solution to my problems is the Steam machine.
There you go. But granted,
or I give my GameCube to Kevin's brother, and I finally get it modded.
There you go.
That's also the other shit.
I mean,
I'm
hey,
sorry, man, I
if
remember
you
the
could
time.
emulate it, I'd say fucking do it, man. That's the best way I can
Dude,
describe it.
I haven't even fucking used my fucking GameCube ever since like that one that
Right before I left.
yeah.
But hey, that's an idea too. But
I gotta say,
I kind of wanted to sort of bring this topic up in terms of like a conclusion I came with, like in terms of PC gaming and then just having a console as well. Like, you can definitely have both. Like, I know we're like in a world of like extremes where it's like, oh, you gotta be one or the other. It's like, dude, you can have both. You just have to figure out how to make it work. Like, in my case, more specifically for Steam games, like, because we don't use the Epic Game Store, because fuck that. Steam is pretty much just like it's very much a perfect system for PC gaming, and especially because best refund policy. I'd argue they have the best sales, like the whole like Steam sales thing, dude. I bought so much shit, spent a lot of money on it, but I got a lot out of it too. Like, just
damn.
off that alone, I was like, I see why PC gaming is so fucking worth it. And the fact that I have all access to majority of the games from different generations and different consoles, that's awesome. That is an awesome thing to have, man. Only a matter of time till
true. And honestly,
go on.
Go ahead. No, you go.
And the only thing I will say is, like, it's only a matter of time until fucking Nintendo decides to realize, hey, we could tap into a different market, being PC. Let's port our games over and just see what happens. I can assure you that we're going to make so much money off that.
I mean, yes, but it also goes against everything that their policy is right now.
It's a belief system I think they have. It's just been established for so long that they have to keep it within their ecosystem.
Yeah, because the minute that they sell out and get to that open exclusivity, or inclusivity rather, then they lose their brand name, they lose their whole thing that they
I think he cut off.
happen eventually, just probably not anytime soon. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be
right
a
there, do you
while.
hear me?
Like, yeah, no, you're good. You're good now. But it's definitely gonna be a long time before Nintendo does anything like that. But I'm just saying that the money is right there. If we even like bring up other examples, obviously Xbox is making a lot of money just off their software alone. And for Sony, I think they made like I think I saw like of all the games that they have ported to PC, I think it's like collectively it's almost like $4 billion, something crazy like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the fact that they're and then rumor has it they're gonna attempt to like start pulling back on it. I was like, I think you guys are just killing your business at that point if you're gonna do something like that, because a lot of your games clearly show that it's clear there's a market for your games. It's just people are willing to wait to play it on a PC versus like a console. Like if you're just getting a console to play those games, it's because you want to play it early. I completely agree with that. You know, for me, like that's how I'm probably gonna be when Wolverine drops. Like when Wolverine drops, I want to get to it as soon as I can, and then like down the line, once it gets ported over to PC and I wait on that Steam sale, boom, done.
Wow. Makes sense though.
Yeah, that's one thing I would just definitely say. Like, I kind of like left a note here too for in terms of like just how I want to handle like certain games. Like for specifically, like in my case, I'm using mostly PlayStation as an example because that is my main like driver in terms of gaming as a whole. But I have dabbled a little bit with PC, and just dabbling with PC alone, I feel like I'm getting more out of it versus say like PlayStation.
Right.
Like granted, the good thing about PlayStation is arguably its extra catalog is probably its better value in terms of subscriptions to have right now. I mean, Game Pass is if you're willing to spend the $30 a month, sure. Not for me personally, but I mean, it's right there. So that's just kind of like something I noticed with in terms of consoles and just like having PC as well.
Interesting.
Only thing I will say that I do miss out on though, like at least in terms of my current setup right now, I don't have like a good big screen TV to play like my console games on. But that's whatever.
You don't need a big screen TV. All you need is a fucking monitor.
That's true. But say like you want to play like certain like single player games that are like that could probably look really good on a big screen. That's kind of like more of what I would do if I were to say I play like The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, insert whatever Sony single player title, playing it on a TV. I mean, it's cool to see it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But if obviously you're playing like other game, like if you're playing like more multiplayer driven games, then that's when it's like, oh, okay, that's maybe you should play that one on a monitor or like a decent, like good resolution, good frame rate, all that. So that's just one of the conclusions I came to. The other thing, this is more of a personal thing. It is so hard for me to play on mouse and keyboard, though.
That's fair.
It's just kind of like it's getting comfortable with it is, I think, the issue for me.
I see what you're saying.
I think that's for everyone. It's just like you just gotta get comfortable.
Yeah, like if you like, I'm pretty sure like if I started on mouse and keyboard, oh, this shit is like second nature. Obviously, we're older, and we played with controllers mostly. Works for us. So I'm playing on controller.
That's where our muscle memory is.
Yeah,
most other kids who are younger than us, they grew up with some of these PC,
like mostly PC gaming. Yeah.
So that makes a bit more sense, but now I just don't want them to treat like people who are used to controller or console as like geriatric, but like,
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Like, there's actually another thing I forgot to add on this, and that's like really cool about PC gaming. You can literally plug any controller and it's gonna work.
That's true.
So long as the game supports it, of course. Because
Yeah.
I mentioned it like maybe like a few weeks ago when I beat Star Wars Republic Commando. There was no controller support, sadly, on the Steam version. And I have a feeling it's likely you need a mod probably to add controller support. There's probably is one out there. I mean, that game has been out for a long time. So, but I mean, aside from that, majority of the games on Steam do have controller support. Like literally, like I can just pull any of my GameSir controllers that are just sitting on my desk right now, and they will work perfectly. So,
Oh damn.
yep. But I think that's just kind of like my conclusion I came down to when it comes to PC gaming and just PC and console gaming in general. Just like have it in harmony. Don't have it like trying to butt heads against each other. Now, granted, let's just say you can only have one or the other. I would still personally say if you're looking for something for the sake of just like plug and play and just entertainment, just get a console. That's all if you just want that. You don't want to like dabble with anything specific. You just want something that I could just, just turn on, play it on like whatever you're playing on, and then just go from there. Just get a console, man. You're still gaming at the end of the day.
That's true. Because at the end of the day, it's all about just enjoying yourself. Doesn't matter if it's like multiplayer. Doesn't matter if it's a single player. It's just about enjoying what you like to do.
Yep. That's pretty much that's how it goes around, man. And I always love it when I hear like people who like, normally don't game and it's like, "Oh, and do you have to do like all this special stuff, yada yada?" I was like, "No, not really. It's you just pick what you think is comfortable for you." Like shit, people who play, who just sit on their couch, grab a controller, just go play like whatever game they play. There you go. As long as you're having fun, you're enjoying the entertainment for what it is, I ain't gonna complain. It's awesome.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. God, they're bringing us back to high school.
Yeah.
Anyways, I agree. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, the accessibility of console is kind of understated. Only because of big names and everything. So, like, yeah. I think for the most part, what do you think is the most cost-effective console for casual people to get right now?
PlayStation. I personally would rather. So, see, this is where it kind of becomes like a little challenging, in my opinion. Like, you want just like, I would just say PlayStation in general, I think is still just like more of a cost-efficient console, especially because majority of the games like are practically catered towards PlayStation nowadays. And even with Microsoft, even though Xboxes are still a thing, Microsoft is pivoting more towards being a publisher than an actual like first-party developer. Like we mentioned a few weeks ago, Fable, Gran Turismo, Halo is coming, and then likely Gears of War I almost said Reloaded. Gears of War E-Day is supposed to be coming to PlayStation soon. So, considering all that, you're better off just getting a PlayStation, I would say. Like, even even if you choose to kind of be like somewhat competitive, but you don't have enough money to like buy a PC yet, I mean, majority of like in my case, like fighting games in general, usually those are on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But there are still like some games that don't have a PlayStation port yet, and that I'm still waiting on. For example, fucking Killer Instinct. I'm still waiting on KI 2016 to just drop onto PlayStation. And that game is technically it's a free game, but you can just buy the anniversary edition. That unlocks everything for you. I don't know what the price is normally because the only time I bought it was on Steam and it was like $10, something like that. So if KI comes to PlayStation, then if you're patient enough, you can wait on the anniversary like edition to drop to a certain price, very low price.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. But aside from all that, I really got nothing else to say. Game on what you like. I think that's the takeaway from this part. Just game on what you like. Don't listen to what everyone else has to say. Just enjoy the experience.
Amen.
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 Hey,
Alright,
man, brother.
Amen, brother. Bubba All right. Anyways,
Anything else you guys want to add before we all get out of here?
honestly, no. I think we said it all. I think I want to leave it on that note. Unless Kevin has anything to say.
On that note, we are hopefully trying to get back into streaming when Jeremy test streams.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I am right now I'm kind of like trying to formulate how I want to do streams. I'm thinking probably like as early as next week is probably when I'm going to probably have my first stream back. I just need to figure out how to do multi-streaming again because I got to figure out which program to work and then just putting it all together. But until then, I mean, I'll definitely try to figure out like what to play. I don't know if I want to put single player games anymore for streams, like as much as I would love to do it, but the problem is that I would end up like being in sort of like a pigeonhole where it's like I can't play this game off stream. I have to play this on stream, kind of document the entire journey.
Yeah. Well, that also depends on what kind of game because you could do that with a couple of games.
Yeah,
But if
I would
too
probably do it.
interesting, if you let,
I would probably do it with like maybe like some of the older games that came out, like because one thing's for certain, like playthroughs are not going away from this channel whatsoever. There's one rule I have is that playthroughs are not going to go away. It's just a matter of like the amount of editing that's going to go into it. Like right now, like currently, like Dispatch is like my current playthrough, which I'm slowly working on. Like I'm working on the next part, and I'm trying to kind of like schedule it like a certain way. Like I'm scheduling it for if it's available on Friday. If it's ready by Friday, I'm going to upload it, but likely Saturday is when it's going to be uploaded.
see.
But I probably would, in terms of streaming, probably just gonna bring mostly like multiplayer games, maybe a handful of like roguelike games even. But I would definitely say there's gonna be a little bit of an emphasis on multiplayer and more smaller like indie titles that just have my interest. And I'm like, I think this would be a good streaming game. Hell, we might even have a 2xKO like funny moment stream. I don't fucking know. That's like the current like idea I want to do.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fact, can make some more in a second if you want.
Well, there you go. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
yep. But we will go ahead. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. I'll try to get that whole like format figured out. Hopefully by this week. I kind of have it just sitting on my board, and I'm like, let me think about this. If this works, we're gonna go with this format. But until then, thank you guys for joining me, and thanks to our lovely audience that decided to watch or listen to us right here on YouTube. I guess first things first, Kevin, where can everyone find you?
In the pit of darkness, in the Hell's Gate. No, just kidding. I don't even know what's going.
Bro is like having an anime ass fucking monologue.
Hey, if I would have remembered everything, it would have been perfect. But I was doing everything on top of my head. So I was kind No, but everyone could follow me at Ultdemon on TikTok. Again, I haven't fucking done as much uploading or anything lately. Still gotta try to get back into it, but first I gotta get a capture card again. But once I do, restreaming and we're making Jeremy rage quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's always the plan.
That's always the plan.
Always the plan.
and then Trevor, where can everyone find you?
Usual places, which is Instagram at PJ_DYNO, PJ Dino. You also can find me on Josh's music on his platform, which is RDYRMND. We're available on most popular platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, as well as a bunch of others that I can't remember off the top of my head. And I just want to say, Jeremy is my acquaintance. No, I'm kidding. He's my friend.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a way to fucking circle that around.
You know, I like a good callback.
And of course, you guys can find me on this very YouTube page. Whatever I have it fucking listed as. JJ0 Show, I believe, is still up right now. Also, the handle being at 0Requiem14. I don't know. Whatever this YouTube page is right now, you can follow me there. Also follow me on Instagram, Twitch when I do get back on it. I do have a TikTok as well. Just kind of throw shit into the ether and just see what sticks. But until then, guys, thank you guys for watching the Off the Top podcast, the most unprofessional professional podcast in the YouTube space. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Don't forget to follow him on his OnlyFans at 0.
Shut up, Kevin!
Subscribe to his feed pics.